Hey everybody! I finally made it home after the chaotic morning that I had trying to get to my appointment down to Cancer Center. But we finally made it. Praying for all the people that were involved in that wreck, so it was pretty bad. We went 4 miles in 2.5 hours. That's how long it was. It was a long time. So anyway, we made it down there. So went to my doctor today. It's first went back to the doctor since I think he said February. So what happened was before the doctor got in there, the nurse came in and he was asking me questions. So he was like, "So you decided not to do the surgery?" I said, "Yeah, I'm not going to do the surgery." He was like, "Okay, so what about chemo?" I said, "I'm not going to do the chemo either." He was like, "Okay." He said, "Well, I let the doctor know." So I'm like, "Okay." Because that was the whole reason me going down there. So got there, the doctor came in. He's like, "Hey, what's going on?" So we talked, chit chat. Then he was like, "Okay, so you have decided to not do the surgery." I said, "No." He said, "So are you doing the chemo?" I was like, "No." He said, "Okay, so if you haven't done aren't going to do that, what are your plans?" I said, "So my plans are," so he said, "Well, if you aren't going to do that, what are you going to do?" I said, "Well, I'm going to do what I've been doing, which is," I said, "I have done a complete lifestyle change, complete." I said, "First of all," he said, "Well, tell me some of the things you've been doing." I said, "So I went 100%." I said, "I pretty much went 100% plant based." He was like, "Oh, okay." I said, "So I don't eat any." I said, "I pretty much eat all plant based meals." I said, "I do." What was the other thing I told him? I said, I "Oh," I said, "I don't do any dairy." And he said, "No dairy." I was like, "No dairy." He said, "What about ice cream?" I was like, "That's dairy, so no ice cream." He says, "What about when it gets hot outside?" I said, "Well, I won't be eating ice cream because I'm not eating any dairy." He was like, "Oh wow." I said, "No sugar." He said, "No sugar." I was like, "No sugar." He was like, "Oh, okay." I said, "And I try to do about 3 miles a day." He said, "Wait a minute, 3 miles of what?" I said, "3 miles." He said, "3 miles doing what?" I said, "Walking 3 miles every day." He said, "You do 3 miles a day?" I said, "Yeah, I try to, or something around." I said, "Me and my coworker and my girlfriend, we walk around work while we're at work." Oh, hey, Tracy, watching. Hey, girl. So I said, "Yeah, me and her, we walk around the club," because he knows I work in Magic City. So I said, "We walk around the club." I said, "And it usually is about 3 miles when we do it." He was like, "Oh, wow." I was like, "Yeah." I said, "So it's a complete lifestyle change I've done. I'm changed everything I'm doing." I said, "So I'm just going to try to see what's going to happen after that." So he was like, "Well, okay." He said, "Well, seems like you're doing everything right." He's like, "You're definitely doing the right stuff." I said, "Yeah, I think so." And he said, "Well, just going to scan." He said, "Right now we can't do the scans because we have to wait 3 months before we can do another scan. So that's going to be in about 2 weeks." So he's like, "So I'm just going to schedule you for come back for 2 weeks and we'll do your scans and then we'll go from there." I said, "Cool." And he was like, "Okay." He said, "So that scan is going to look right, good, right?" I said, "Honey, that scan is going to show it is gone." He was like, "That's what I'm talking about." I said, "Yes, honey, that thing is gone." I said, "In the name of Jesus." He said, "Well, all right now." Like, you don't know nothing about my God, honey. What he does, but yeah. So that's where my faith is at, is that it's gone. Hey, Winnie the Pooh. Um, so that's where I'm at with it now. So I'll go back in 2 weeks. He hadn't called me yet to tell me exactly when, but I say, when I go back in 2 weeks and they do the scan, then he's gonna see what I said. He's gonna say, "Okay, it's gone." And because it's all because of what I've been doing, a lot of prayer, not just lifestyle change, a lot of prayer, a lot of support, a positive attitude, and seeing myself healed on the other side. So at the end, he said, "Well, I look like I'm gonna be sending some of my patients to you." I said, "And you can." I said, "Because I would gladly help them." I said, "Because you had to get the book when I write it too." He was like, "Okay, okay." So that's where we are, y'all. So I still feel really, really great. It was a good doctor's appointment to me because he saw that I was not going to just do whatever they're telling me to do, that I'm doing something alternative, and he understood that, and it seemed like he agreed with what I was doing. So, and even the nurse, when I went in to get my blood drawn, I was talking to her. She was kind of an overweight lady, so I was just telling her, how I've changed my diet. And she was like, "Oh my God, like, how can you do that?" She was like, "I need to lose a whole bunch of weight," but she's like, "Well, so what do you do about chicken?" I love chicken. I said, "I love chicken too." I said, "But it's not. But chickens have a lot of stuff in it." And I was telling her about. She was saying that she has. I think she said high cholesterol, and she said that she found out that high cholesterol is caused by inflammation. I said, "Well, you do know where inflammation comes from?" And she was like, "Yes, stress with whatever." I said, "But you know that inflammation is also in the meat that you eat. That's where inflammation comes from." I said, "I used to have a lot of aches and pains and a lot of inflammation too, but I don't have it anymore." I said, "Because I don't eat the animal products anymore." And she was like, "Oh my goodness." I said, "So my substitute is fried cauliflower." I said, "And it's not chicken. It's not. But that's the closest I'm going to get to chicken without actually eating chicken, because I know the harms that chicken can do to you." So I was like, do me a favor, which I tell everybody. I said, watch What the Health. She was like, what the what? I said, what the health? She was like, what? I said, what the health? She said, girl, I thought you was saying, what the hell? I said, no, what the health, your health, your health. She said, oh, okay. I said, okay, you need to watch What the Health. She was like, okay. She said, I'm going to watch it. I said, and when you watch What the Health, which I tell everybody to watch, I said, you will have a whole nother perspective on food, because it's going to let you really see that we think that food is, oh, it's so good, it tastes so good, and it's killing you. And it's not just cancer, it's heart disease, it's diabetes, it's high blood pressure, it's all of that good stuff. So don't think that it's just cancer. I tell people it's not just cancer that it gives you a lot of other stuff, and it's including inflammation. That's why a lot of people look swollen or look bloated. It's because they have inflammation. I had a lot of inflammation, because when I go back and look at pictures and stuff and videos of myself, I had inflammation. I was bloated from all the meat too. So but I told her what I was doing, and she was asking me a bunch of questions, and then I was like, well, I said, I'm gonna come and check on you next time I come out here, and I'm gonna see where you at, okay? She was like, okay. She said, I'm gonna try. I said, you don't have to do it. I tell people, you don't have to do it like me. You don't have to do a complete life change all at one time. You can just change a little bit here, change a little bit there. It's like something is better than nothing. Like, really, it really is. Like I said, just do 1 or 2 days a week without meat. I mean, I'm not saying you have to change everything you do in life. Just try to do a little bit of a change. Like I said, I think people that did do it, I think they'll see the difference. I think you feel better after you eat. You don't have that really full, just overly full feeling. You actually just feel like, okay, my hunger was satisfied, and I still feel good, and I still have energy. So anyway, that was it, you guys. Just wanted to keep y'all informed. Like I said, so I wanted to bring everybody on the journey with me. Like I said, I'm ready to get this thing done so we can go on and move on to the next thing. So I can go ahead and start writing these books and stuff and doing what I need to do. That's what I'm trying to do. So, and also want to become a speaker on the topic. So that's what I want to open myself up for, and I started put in the universe, and guess what? It happens. Because guess what? We serve an awesome God, and when you put something out there for him, he's going to answer that prayer. So that's it, y'all. Just want to give y'all an update. Like I said, 2 weeks. Of course, we'll be back doing our vlog when I go back to work tomorrow. Me and Teresa get back doing our 3 miles. Yes, girl, tomorrow. And it's going to be hot, so we have to get out there early. And today we're going to go do Zumba again. The Zumba class was so much fun. Oh my God, we had a good time. So me and Teresa are going to do Zumba again today. Like a $5 for the class, but it's fun, and you do it. You really get a workout. Like we were sweating. Both of us were sweating. I was really sweating last week, so I'm ready to go back and do that again today too. So that's about it, you guys. Everybody have a great week. New York. Yes, Wendy, girl, you better speak that New York bestseller. Hey, Connie Boo. Yes, that New York the bestseller, girl. Cause we're gonna sell the heck out them books when they get written. Okay. So I will talk to you all later, probably tomorrow, if not today. I might actually do our Zumba class so y'all can kind of get a little peep inside of what we do in the Zumba class. I may go live on the Zumba class so y'all can see it. And it's right up the street from my house, right up here on Columbia Drive. And it's $5 for the class. And it was fun. It's fun, and it's a good little workout, too. And it's an hour class. So maybe I'll go live on that class, let y'all peep in and see how we do. So I will talk to you guys later. Holla!